Oh, Robin, you're again. Whew, yeah, it's my last load of mealworms there, Robin, I think. They're only coming in every couple of hours now, and the fledglings are just scattering around when they feel like it. So there's no point buying any more. Let them get out in the wild and fend for themselves now, isn't it? I'm messing around at home today. I've been up the plot for the last 4 days. That's going to be the longest stretch ever, I think. Got a bit to do. I got some, you may recall, I got some, I get seeds from Heritage Seed Library. From being a member, you get 10 packets every year, 6 packets every year. And one of them I chose was buffalo horn tomatoes. And the first lot, 0 germination. So I wrote to them and they said, yeah, along with about 85 others, yeah, they haven't germinated. Sent me some new seeds and they've all germinated. I say all, there's, well, yeah, there's at least 24 in there. So going to put a few of these on, stick some on eBay. Got that to do. I've just done this, didn't bother filming it. Garleeks. Now, there's not a lot of information about garleeks on the internet, on the tinternet, because only one company sells the seeds. The people who invented it, is that the right word? So all I've done, I just popped them out the plug trainers, dibbled a hole, and then dropped them in like leeks, and they went in exactly like leeks, to tell you the truth. I was going to plant them on the plot, and I thought, no. Now, these are a sort of precious, precious seedling, because you can't find them in the UK. And, Robin obviously kindly sent them to me to see what I think of them. So I've done this. I got 2 more down there. So we got a total of about 20 odd plants, I think it is. Yeah, 20 plants, 20 garleeks, sweet garleeks. Looking forward to trying these. And I'll tell you what, they come out of the soil like leeks, come out of the compost like leeks with the straggly roots. And they do smell like garlic. Well, that's them. Right, I got one other thing to say. Do you remember a while back I did a video on repairing a expandable hose? Well, I had 2 more leaks on it, I think I told you. I ended up buying a T-hose, a tough hose. Oh, there we are. There he is. Been using that. And because they sent me a refund. Brilliant, I thought, brilliant. You see all these reviews about, oh, I never got my refund, a lot of rubbish. I didn't get my refund. What it was, and it's no one's fault, they refunded to an expired credit card. Expired credit card. And it couldn't be processed. So I messaged them back through Amazon, and each message takes 2 days, 1 day to get to them and 1 day for the reply, And eventually, this arrived this morning, a replacement hose. So now I've got 3 expandable hoses. This one is going to go up the plot. I know we've got a hose reel there, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to plug it into the hose reel when I use it, because it's easier to use that than to undo the hose reel with a stiff hose. And as you drag it down my plot, I've got a centre path down the plot. If I go sideways at all, it goes over the hose itself goes over the plants and squashes things. So that's a good idea. I got pegs in the ground down there actually to stop this, to act like a runner as the hose goes round. But yeah, we'll see. So anyway, I've got to get on and do these tomatoes. I spent the last of it now. I got loads of what are these, Moneymaker left. No one wants them. Strange, the other week couldn't get enough of them and they just suddenly died. I think it's because it's June now. When there's still some people haven't done their tomatoes yet. So I'll give these a go. I'm saving I think I've got 3 spaces at the plot, so I'll save 3 for myself. These are called buffalo horn. They look like a sweet pepper. They're a funny one. Supposed to be good for cooking with. So I'm looking forward to these. And all I'm using, guys, is just common garden, Mother Earth. I'll get some now, actually, do it. You must be fed up with seeing me potting up tomatoes this year. Oh, dear. That's got to be 300. Well, I'm not going to do all these 24, but that would be 380 different plug plants. So I might as well, as soon as they're mine, I might as well cherry pick the best ones, hadn't I? There's one. Ooh. There we are, lovely roots on these Jiffy 7s again. I can't understand why people don't like them. Yeah. Nice and deep, a bit round the top. There we are. Label, or in this case just right on the pot, that's what I do these. BH, buffalo horn. Do 3 more and catch you soon. There we are. Alright guys, I do my sort of daily walk around the front garden. I do it every day, let's see what's going on, you know what I mean? And cat's pushed aside the net there and done toilet there. And cat has flattened the net here over the peanuts and leeks, and how the hell they done that I don't know. And I just looked at the Vegepod. Let's walk down here a second. And right over this corner here, all scratched to pieces, radishes missing. I'm not going to dig it up, but look at it, it's all ruined. There's a cat poo under there. So it looks like I'm re-sowing some radishes today as well. On the plus side though, we got some peas. That'll cheer me up a little bit. I don't know, I don't know what I can do differently, you know? I have to put a little fence around the outside again. Right, funny how things get planned for you when you don't expect to have to do them, you know what I mean? Right, catching a bit. Okay, just had a power blip indoors, so I thought I'd come out and do this bit of filming out here. Trouble we get a power blip is my broadband goes off, and with the new BT smart hubs, it's a combined 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. You can't separate the bands anymore. You can manually, but it's a bit of a pain. So things like my Vegepod kitchen garden on 2.4 gigahertz, get a power cut, everything goes back to 5, and all my settings don't work, so I don't bother setting them up anymore. Anyway, sorry, tracking as usual. Here's my little fence I said I was going to make for the Vegepod, keep the cats out. Seems to have worked. And the radishes have recovered nicely, so I have sown some more, but these will be all right in here. While we're here, I'll tell you what, let's have a look around the Vegepod in general then, shall we? Red flash onions and those 2 squares at the back there. And in front of that one there, we've got beetroot red ace in amongst the Swede best of all and Swede Joan in that one there. And then we got the 2 radishes. This one's cherry bell and this one's French breakfast. At the back we got douche Provence peas. They're my own saved seeds from last year. They're very nice. They're very, very nice. These are swelling up quite quickly actually. That's only 2 days since I showed you the last shot of these. In front of these on the left hand side we've got my Faraday beans, and next to those we got Nigel's dwarf Ferrari beans, and all along the front we got these mixed lettuces. Now these are RZ lettuces. They're my last seeds. Whether I'm going to buy them again I don't know, but I'll tell you what, they are some cracking lettuces. The reason I grow like this is I need a couple of classes of 2 lettuce. So these are sort of pampered a little bit, you know, the ones on the allotment are just let to grow and eat. And a couple of mixed lettuce at the end here as well. Oh, round the corner. They're Leek, Kelvedon, King in there. And there's a row of, they're called Oriental and Unusual mix. So just put a sprinkle in there just to get some mixed leaves. And 2 squares of Atlas carrots in there, little stumpy ones. Can't remember if I showed you me planting up these Marshall's grow bags. But what you do with these ones, you stand them on their side. So instead of laying them flat, they stand up a little bit. 2 tomatoes in each, and right to left we've got Gobstopper, Michael Pollan, Britain's Breakfast, and Red Alert, and the success kit tray ready to be resown. That's it for now out here. Let's go see if the power's back on. Alright guys, just reminded myself, watching that Magpie, just doing the editing, just watching that Magpie eating the mealworms. He's doing me a favour actually, getting rid of the last few. I counted a day, and me ginger, me long suffering ginger that's been in this little thing for 3 or 4 months, it was all over the place, so I think the Magpie's been in there. It was on the ground, see, the Magpie's been in there. And look, it's all turned upside down and the white root's growing. Now they're about 30 odd millimetres longer than they were 2 months ago. So something's happening, it's growing. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to poke it back in a bit and then see what happens. Get some compost around them. It may not be, it will come to nothing this year, that's for sure, but you know. But it's outside all the time now. I'm just going to leave it there, I just thought I'd show you anyway. I'm not giving up hope yet. There's always hope, Frodo. Okay then guys, sat outside in the rain as usual. Just tying up a few loose ends at the end of this video. Little things I've been meaning to do for a while, haven't got round to it. We got a brilliant idea from Fletch about filling small pots, especially ones like this. I've done something very similar myself in the past with milk bottles, but you'll see the neck's been too small on mine. Lindsay has sent me a load of single seed potato challenge stills, so I put those together. And we were chatting the other day about car shows. Somebody asked me about car shows, and I said I used to go to car shows in my old Capri. So I got a load of stills at the end, only half a dozen or so, of my Capri. What was it now? Capri 2.8 injection with a Rover V8 in it.
Hello Steve, just a little something for you. This is a dishwasher funnel, salt funnel, which I used for putting earth into small pots. Not too much at a time, and it just goes straight in where you want it. Obviously I don't need it for this size pot because it will just go straight in, but when you've got little tiny pots, it's ideal. There you go.
Okay, then here we go with my old Capri. 2.8 injection converted to Rover V8, 3.5 litre. I swapped the pepper pot alloy wheels for Brooklyn's 7-spoke alloys, and the headlights I converted to be both dip and main on all 4 lights, and there was a switch inside so I could run on either 2 dip either side or 1 dip either side, and 4 main beams. Quite bright at night actually. I had to downrate the coil springs at the front because the Rover engine was lighter than the Ford 2.8, and there's a cross brace across the top to hold the car stable going round corners. What else we got there? Holly 4-barrel carburettor. I can't remember the name of the ignition system now. Of course, going back a bit. Even in those days, I was a Star Wars nut. I cast a Darth Vader head onto the oil dipstick. Here we are at one of the Capri shows I went to. It's a pity we didn't take many photographs in those days. You know, film photography was quite expensive. Anyway, everyone's having a look in my boot. And what are they looking at, you say? Well, here you are. A 2.5 kilowatt sound system. I'll talk you through it very quickly. Starting in the centre bottom row, that black circle is the 200 watt bass tube. That was used just for normal driving. Just outside those, 10-inch subwoofers, and outside of those, two 6x9 mid-range speakers. Going up a bit, we got two purple amplifiers. They were 1250 watts each. Above them, we got two 12-inch subwoofers with the. Above them, we got two 12-inch subwoofers with an. Above them, we got two 12-inch subwoofers with an electronic crossover in the middle. That was used for tweaking the system. And right at the very top there, four 6x8 mid-range speakers. And the rear parcel shelf was made out of 3/4-inch plywood to support all that weight. In the passenger compartment, there were two 6x9s in the back for the rear passengers, two 6x9s in the door, and two 6x9s in the doors for the front passengers, with a couple of tweeters in the headlining. It was quite amazing. When it was on full power, obviously you could not sit in the car, it'd be stupid. But if I played something like Blue Monday by New Order, I could put a ping pong ball on the back parcel shelf and it would bounce up and down and hover in the air. It was bloody amazing. Well, there you are, guys. Just a bit more insight into my previous life. Take care. Catch you on the next video.